Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Boy, I'll tell you what, guys. It is absolutely cooking out here this morning. It's about 87 right now, but it's going to be getting to up to a 103 degrees later on today, and it is a major heat wave with the humidity index. That'll feel like something like 115. It's going to be insane. Well, I'll tell you what's truly insane, and here's a big shocker for you. Guys, some numbers have come out with respect to retail spending, and guess what? No big surprise. It has taken a nosedive. Here they are telling us, oh, no. Inflation is actually on the way down, and things are looking up, and da-da-da-da-da. But you got retail out there not spending like they were before. Guys, the reason they're not spending like they were before is because most of them don't have it. And the ones that are out there spending are utilizing their credit cards to do it. And we've just reported on articles that have shown us that flat out, look, over 40% of Americans have less than $1,000. Can you imagine? 40% have less than $1,000 saved in the bank. And in fact, in one of the reports, 12% of folks in the U.S. don't even have a dime saved. And that is absolutely ridiculous when you consider. Look, this is supposed to be the world's greatest economy, right? And you got people banging on the door to get in here to be a part of it. And yet the pain that is in this economy and what people are going through, and now we're starting to see, yeah, of course, retail spending's way down, but what's way up, guys? Well, what's up is, of course, all the utility bills. What's up is, of course, your cost of food. What up is, of course, hey, your housing costs, and on and on and on, and not to mention insurance. Boy, car insurance is off the charts, along with home insurance. Absolutely monstrous increases, in some cases over 100% year over year for insurance costs alone. Now, when you think about that and the impacts that has on a long-term basis, it is staggering. Guys, when people are out there not spending, what happens? Well, hey, there's always the trickle effect, right? So if they're not buying goods, the manufacturers of those goods aren't getting as many orders, are they? And if the manufacturers aren't getting as many orders, well, hey, they're not having to make as much stuff, right? And of course, the shipping companies, and on and on. And we had Merck's, one of the biggest container, if not the biggest shipping container company in the world, literally come out not more than a few months back and said, hey guys, we're seeing a massive reduction in the utilization of these containers. And that is telling you big time that shipping, manufacturing, orders, and all that are down. And what's the cascading effect there, guys? People are losing their jobs. That's what's going on. And that's what's not being told. We're not getting the genuine goods out here. And yet they expect us to believe that, oh, things are turning around or whatever. It's an absolute dog and pony show. And as far as I'm concerned, we're literally being lied to. They're just using all kinds of different words to tell the lie, and see how much they can bend it and twist it and everything else like this. And then, of course, you go out and people come back. I even seen in the comments one guy saying, oh, well, I live here, and whenever I go out to the restaurant, it looks full, and whenever I go this, it looks full. Okay, that's fine, but how are they utilizing to pay for those restaurant meals? A lot of people are dropping down their cards. Do you know how much credit card debt people carry just for the sake of eating out alone that they don't pay off at the end of the month? It is absolutely massive. And the thing is this, guys, we've lost those days where people knew what disciplined stewardship really was. Why? Because we live in an instantly gratified society. They have literally created the crisis that they are creating with this whole idea of have it now, pay for it later kind of deal. The government's been doing it so long, so hey, let's get the people doing it too. And this has been going on for a number of years, as we know, but it's just gotten heightened. People getting used to the government coming in and saying, hey, we're going to take care of you down the road and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. Guys, you don't want that. Let me tell you why. Universal basic income is a pathway to absolute slavery. You do not want to have UBI coming out there and taking care of you down the road and da-da-da-da-da. And who's paying for that, by the way? Who's paying to pay all the UBI that they plan on dishing out or all that helicopter money? Well, guys, it's you and I that pay for it, isn't it? Because what happens, of course, inflation is a major result. And the inflation numbers that they're coming out with are absolute baloney when you look at the real deal of what inflation truly is. Like I had mentioned, all the cost of, your goods that you need and your housing and on and on and on. That's the true inflation. But you know what, guys? What's even ridiculous beyond ridiculous is those numbers are not included when they calculate all the CPI. They don't include, the increased cost of your food. They don't include the increased cost of your housing, your insurance, your gas and fuel and all that. They don't include that. That is absolute nonsense because that is where people are in the real world. But do they include that? Oh, no, of course they don't. Guys, these statisticians, they can manipulate it to tell whatever tale they want to tell. And yet, here we are in a situation where the majority of people are really struggling. Most folks, by the way, if you have even a little bit that you've been able to sock away and invest into this space, you got to consider yourself one of the most blessed because most folks are literally, most of their expendable cash, it's not really expendable, it's being used to service debt. That is the real deal, and they can't get out of it. It is a travesty beyond travesties. And this whole debt-driven economy, the way in which it's actually being designed, is created to do just that. Guys, get ready because a shock is coming to the system in a powerful way. And it's going to come to an absolute screeching halt. This economy is literally going to hit a brick wall. And I think it's going to drive people right onto the streets in protest. But that's exactly what's coming. You're going to see people that, have been maintaining their credit cards, all of a sudden, your line of credit's over. In fact, they're going to call it back. Maybe they'll drop it down to half of what they're giving you or literally cancel your cards altogether. That's what's going to come down. And beyond that, guys, think about this. A lot of people don't realize that, monetary controls can be implemented by literally utilizing your debit cards. Because why? They can control how much you're able to take out of the bank any one time over any certain period. And your point of sale transactions, you may have the money sitting in your account, but they limit your point of sale. Now, they'll come out and tell you, it's for your security in case you lost your card and da-da-da. No, it isn't, guys. That's a monetary control. They are limiting your ability to spend. When you go out there and you want to buy a $1,500 item, a lot of people's point of sale is at a maximum at $1,500. So that means, if it's a $3,000 deal and you want to go use the money that's in your bank account to do it, your debit card isn't going to work to do that sale. You're going to have to phone the bank ahead of time and let them know and see whether or not they allow you to do that, or they'll increase your point of sale, or you're going to have to go into the bank and get cash and then explain why you're taking out the cash. I'm telling you guys, a lot of monetary controls are coming, and it's going to really shock this system in a powerful way. I genuinely believe it. That's why I say it's so vitally important to go out there and get those household things that you need where you can set them aside and be ready for what's coming. Don't just don't trust the system because nobody is coming to our rescue, are they? If they're bailing anybody out, it's going to be themselves and these major banks. It's not going to be you and I. And we have 2008 and 9 to prove that. Guys, it is crazy, but I'll tell you something else that's going on. This digital asset space is gearing up to make a powerful move to the upside. And you're going to also watch equities do the same. I genuinely believe it. Because although they're coming out and saying, no, we're doing this and this and this, and we're calling it back, that's baloney, guys. These central banks around the world, the European Central Bank, the Bank of England, the Bank of Canada, the Commonwealth Bank, I think it's the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, but the Australian central banks, the Federal Reserve, guys, they are all literally buying debt like it's no tomorrow. You take away, I kid you not, you take away the ability for the Federal Reserve and all these central banks to issue one more dollar of debt, and it's game over. That's not going to happen, guys. They are going to inflate, because that's what they're there for. That's the whole purpose of these central banks, is to inflate. But guys, they know it's going to come to a screeching halt one day, and they are literally going to flip the switch just like you are turning on your light in the bedroom. Boom! Just like that, it is going to happen, and it's going to be happening fast. And they've got the infrastructure all ready to go. Don't kid yourself. Look, when I was in Canada, I know for a fact that they were actually building up their central bank digital currency stuff multiple years before the whole, issue over here went down. And guys, a lot of these countries around the world are absolutely ready for it. It's just a matter of getting the green light, and when it comes, it's gonna come fast. Kid you not. Anyhow, guys, I'll tell you what. Be prepared. Those of us in this space, most of us are prepared. Most of us have we have our thinking caps on. That's why we've entered into this space, because our awareness is out there, and what a blessing that is for us. I'll tell you what. So just get ready, just be prepared, just don't listen and just get your narrative from the fifth estate. You go out and research this stuff for yourself and find out what's truly going on. Well, guys, until later on today when we have a fantastic video for you, I'll tell you what, I hope you have a great one, and take care.